Hello everyone, Marie Trace Lawler here. So a few days ago, I was looking through my Google Drive photos where I had uploaded my San Jose, Costa Rica photos from my trip, and I decided to make collages out of them. And I absolutely love the collages I made, and I decided to make a little slideshow. Um, I didn't really focus on my butterfly photos until, uh, when I made these collages, which was on August 10th. Um, I love butterflies, but I have to say I was like more amazed by the pumas. Well, there was a puma, a sleeping one, a jaguar, a little baby jaguar that was sleeping, the sloth, um, the waterfalls. But I have to say, they have really, really beautiful butterflies there, and they're so huge. They're like the biggest butterflies ever, and they would land on you, and like you could pose with the butterflies. So if you really love butterflies, check out La Paz Waterfall because it has like a little butterfly aviary. I also actually went to the butterfly aviary in the San Jose College with my teacher, Gabby. She was my Spanish teacher. And for my last day of class, she took me to the butterfly aviary, and then there was another Spanish class that joined us. So it was me, her, another guy who was taking Spanish, and his teacher, and we had the best time. I'm gonna need to post them, the photos, some of them on here on this blog post, so you guys can see. Um, and then, when I went to La Paz, it was the combo tour. There's like a little travel place, MJ Travel, next to Maximo Nivel, and they work with Maximo Nivel with setting up the tours for the volunteers. And I went there and I got this combo tour thing. My classmate who was taking Spanish with me, he was doing this tour. And I was like, oh, I want to join you. And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I went and bought a combo tour. And then I went with him and had the best time ever. I would have never gone were it not for him going because I didn't even know about it. I booked it like literally the day before because that day he was talking about he was going on like a tour all over San Jose. And I was like, oh, I want to take that tour. I was like, how do you do that? He was like, MJ Travels. And then I went there and they said that I think they were already like booked and I couldn't do that. And then so I was like, oh, what other tours do you have? And he was like, oh, there's a combo tour. You should try that. And so I just randomly got the combo tour. It was a little expensive, so that's why like I didn't want to do any tours really. But I figured, it's worth it. And then I'm gonna have a classmate to go with, so why not? And I'm very glad that I did. It was the only tour that I did during my San Jose trip because I couldn't really like afford to go do other tours. They're really expensive. They're like, I think this one was like almost $100, but it included the bus ride to there. Then once we arrived at the Doka Coffee Plantation, we got breakfast. And then once we arrived at Poas, like everything was like, set up for us. We had like a little slideshow about Poas volcano, so we really got to learn about Poas volcano. And then once we went to La Paz, we got lunch, and it was a really nice lunch, and we got to see the hummingbirds and all of that. So yeah, it was pretty worth it. And on the second photo that I have, that's like a collage, there's my Foundation Mohair Advanced English class down the middle. They were the best ever. So yeah, great time with Maximo Nivel. I'm so glad that I did that volunteer trip. And I'm actually thinking about doing another volunteer. Well, it's more interning with IVHQ. So I got this Maximo Nivel thing because I went on the IVHQ site and the International Volunteers Headquarters. and then they partnered me up with Maximo Nivel. They also have an IVHQ internship type thing, and once I'll have saved up like $900, I would like to do a internship thing with Greece, analyzing dolphin video, like footages of dolphins, and interning with that and just trying that out if I can, because I've become interested in biology due to camping and seeing that there has been, I think, maybe some slight changes with nature in general due to it being so hot, climate change, and I want to see, what's happened with. I don't think you'll really see that with the dolphins, like the effects of climate change, but I know that dolphins have been affected in general. And one of them is that they don't have as much food to eat. The internship thing probably won't really go into that, but it'll go into like the different fins of like dolphins, maybe their behavior. I'm not exactly sure. There's another one where like you analyze the environment and check out the footages and talk about the plants that are underwater, and I think we might need to plant more things underwater so that the marine life have like food and habitat and all that. I'm not sure. I'm not really like a biology major. I was an art major undergrad, and then I tried American Sign Language interpreting, then I did media design, and then I did education media design and technology. The only science class I took during college was Oceanus, and that's when I got interested kind of in the ocean and like the ecosystem that's in the ocean. But when I was younger, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I wanted to work with dolphins and belugas, and so I researched a little bit about dolphins and belugas and the different whales. When I first arrived in the United States, I went to Hawaii, and I got to see Hanama Bay and go snorkeling, and I absolutely loved seeing all the fishies, and I was like, I'm going to do this for a job. I want to just swim around with the fishies. But as I grew up, I got scared of scuba diving, and I didn't like biology classes as much. So I didn't ever pursue that dream of becoming a marine biologist. I'm not going to become a marine biologist, but I want to try out some of the jobs that are out there. Just kind of partake in it a little bit, like how you might with like cooking. I'm not going to be like a super duper chef, but doesn't mean I can't do a master class on French pastries, which I just did recently, and that has really helped me, open up to cooking French pastries someday. But I mean, at least I tried baking some stuff, cooking some tempura vegetables, fried rice, bulalo, all sorts of good stuff during the lockdown that we've had since like end of January, it seems like. So this is another one of those things that has entered my mind, working with dolphins and the ocean in general, and maybe going snorkeling, maybe like taking like a short sailing trip, but probably like not a long sailing trip or whatever. So yeah, I would love to have gone to like the Bahamas or to Bonaire or whatever, but I didn't get a chance to. My little brother did, and he got to go scuba diving, but like scuba diving was not for me. So but that kind of stuff, like I would like to try someday. The Galapagos was another one that I wanted to go do, like the class that they had offered at RIT, but it was too expensive, and I had other classes that I really needed to take, and I wasn't in like the correct mindset. I would have gone and I would have been like, I don't know, this is all too complicated, too much information. I want to memorize everything, and I don't want to learn this right now. because when I went to college, I really wasn't ready mentally for college just quite yet. My freshman and sophomore year, which is common for a lot of students. And so if you guys do want to take a break, like a year or two between high school and freshman year, it might be a good idea. So yeah, definitely though, like, best experience ever, because I really got to see, well, college, I really got to, explore all the different classes and stuff like that. And then it kind of paved the way for, as I got older, my undergrad classes, freshman to senior year, paved the way for, my master's degrees, paved the way for TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. And my new interest now, which is the dolphins. And I'm watching videos at the library. Well, one video at the library about, what's going on with the dolphins and things like that. And I've been reading about them. I'm very interested in the Amazon River dolphins, the pink river dolphins. So maybe if I get money and like someone to go with me, I would like to go to the Amazon and actually see the pink river dolphins in the Amazon. So that's another thing that I'd like to do in the future. So, it's cool to be able to explore these kinds of ideas. I'm happy with my undergrad degrees, my graduate degrees, having gone to Costa Rica to work as an English teacher for a month and a half and volunteer for a whole month, teaching English. But I want to try something new now. I saw Shamu when I was, little, and I was like, I really like killer whales. I really liked Free Willy. That was a really good movie. Yeah, there's just a lot of different kinds of stuff that like I get interested in, and then I, try to just learn a little bit more about these things and dabble in them, and then try to do something in that field, even if it's just internship. And this might take a few years. I don't know, when I'll be able to do this, because I need to save up money for it. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna take a while to do this. But yeah. So if you have any interests whatsoever, definitely, get books about your interest at the library, watch some videos, check out YouTube, check out master classes. If there are any master classes on that, there aren't any on dolphins, but there's something about science and dog training, which is kind of like animal type thing. So yeah, I am just, chillaxing, having fun right now during COVID, and looking for a job as well. But this is another one of those things that I might be doing in the future, and I thought, why not share it with my audience and see, if this kind of video might inspire you guys to maybe get interested in marine biology, marine life, dolphins, whales, all that kind of stuff, because if they are having issues, they definitely need our help. I actually got, I think my little brother or my mom, a dolphin. Like I went online, put in money to help with a dolphin and like track the dolphin, I think. And then I think we got a dolphin stuffed animal. I don't remember, or maybe it was a whale. But I did something like that. I think it was a dolphin, but they have like little tracking things on them, and then you could track the dolphin and see where it had gone. So yeah, if there's something like that, that's another thing that I might like to do, give money to help the dolphin type thing continue, like tracking them and checking up on them and making sure they're okay, because there's a lot of different things that can go wrong for them in the ocean. That is it for my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.